Overall, this was a fairly unremarkable budget. We saw a negative response from the markets in terms of the fact that I think most of the markets were anticipating that there would be slightly more drastic changes to deficit and the deficit consolidation. We saw the rand have quite a marked depreciation shortly after the budget. I think one thing that was particularly interesting was the way that Minister Gordhan tiptoed around the issue of social spending. Social spending has received a lot of criticism in recent years of being too much. It's obviously an important part of the ANC's election strategy, as well as an important part of the transformation strategy to provide a social wage in terms of healthcare, schools, social grants, early childhood development, the whole group of social assistance that gets offered to people. Because this is an election year, he had to be very careful to walk a fine line between maintaining that support and then dialing it back in order to appease investors and introduce a shift between social spending and infrastructure spending, which is obviously necessary for the level of growth that we want. It's very clear that Minister Gordhan is very positive and very optimistic in general about growth forecasts. However, in the past they have sometimes had to be revised downwards. The estimate of 2.7% is within the realm of what is achievable, and as well as the reduction in budget deficit down from 4.2% to 4.4% in 2013-2014. The pace of consolidation for the budget deficit was probably a bit slower than what the markets wanted. We saw a sell-off in the rand shortly after the budget was announced. In effect, although the deficit has been reduced from 4.2% to 4% for the 2013 to 2014 year, there isn't any real change, and the taper in the deficit will only be happening in the next few years.